Christine Burns, and today we are bringing you the Monday Momentum Builder. So welcome to kickstarting your Monday with huge amounts of energy and effort.
Fantastic. Welcome. I'm Elizabeth Pritchard and we are from AuthenticLeadershipTrainingInstitute.com. And as Christine said, yes, this is our Monday morning, our Monday Momentum Builder. So we like to help you start the week with a bit of a bang, not to slide into the week with the grumps, but start Monday as you mean to go on for the week, because you can choose to be awesome in every single moment of what you do, no matter what's going on for you. And some of the stuff we talk about in Authentic Leadership is about that. So today we're going to be looking at mindset reset. So this is when things have fallen away or things have got a bit tough and you need to reset and come back into play. So I don't know about you, but what I find is that even recently I have lost my way a little bit, and I have gone to the space where I ended up being so busy and engaged in what I was doing and stretched across 4 or 5 different things that were quite demanding, and I found that I let my normal habits and routines lapse. And what I find is when I get into this stage, I get a little bit grumpy. I sometimes burst into tears over the weirdest things. And I just find that I feel like I'm treading through mud and not a lot of energy and unable to keep on going with the natural vim and enthusiasm and energy that I usually have. So when we lose our way, often it's because we've let our supports go. Often it's because we've let our habits and routines that support us as we go along, we've let them slide a little bit. So instead of doing something every single day, as we consistently do to set ourselves up for authentic leadership and success, we might do it 3 out of 4 days, and then it might drop off to 2 out of 5 days. And then before you know it, the things that you like to do that set you up for success every day have slid away. And so it's time to reset. So have you ever had a time like this when you're feeling like you're getting through the day and you're just going through the motions, and it's really hard and it's really tough to get to the end of the day and go, I know where I'm going, I know what to do, and I'm rocking it? Because quite honestly, recently, I haven't felt like that. And that's been tough. And so this comes today from the things that both Christine and I have been through in the last little month or so, and it's about reset your mindset. And there's ways of doing that. And we usually find that we need this reset when we've spread ourselves too thin or we've gone too wide, and our habits, as I said, our habits and routines that usually support us, we've let them slide. Yeah. So what can we do about this?
First thing we can do about it, now we have 4 key points for you to be able to sort this one out and get yourself back on track. So the first one, number 1, is just stop. Just stop. Stop the busyness, stop the chit-chat, stop the headspace, bzzzt. And the key point then is to stop and then consciously recognize that you need to do something about it. Consciously recognize the space that you were in. So you consciously recognize what is going on just at that point in time. So you just pull it up, just pull up and stop. Consciously recognize the space that you have then just pulled into, and allow yourself to go into recognizing what is going on. Allow yourself to then say, you know what, I give myself permission to stop.
Yes.
And that is your first number 1, is just stop. Just back it up and recognize what's going on. And then allow yourself to be aware, consciously aware of what's happening just in that space.
Just before you go into number 2, I found that I was stopping, and so this is something that you might find as well. I was stopping, but only for short periods of time. And so I was going, I need to do something different, I need to stop. And so I would stop and literally smell the roses, and I would stop and focus on my breathing. I would stop and do 5-10 minutes of mindfulness or meditation. Or I would go for a walk near the trees or down the beach for 10-15 minutes within my schedule. So I was stopping, but yet that wasn't quite enough to reset.
Yeah. So there's your first point, is to pull it up and stop and recognize the space you're in and become really aware of what's happening at that point in time, because then you start to come back into yourself. And that leads hugely into the second point, is identify what it is that gets your absolute battery charged. What is it that works for you only, not for giving it to someone else, not thinking, oh, that works for so-and-so, I'll copy off that and I'll do that for them. What is it that recharges your absolute deep inner battery? So what is it on a soul level, on a spiritual level, on a total inner you? What is it? The one thing that you know that you can do that's going to fill that inner tank back up. Not the busy do stuff, because that's easy. We can all do that. We can just chop it off and we can keep going and do and be busy and look important and do. But when you've done the first key point of stopping and recognizing what's going on, and then you jump into that deep inner soul, that deep inner spiritual space, that deep inner authentic real you, that's when you know what it is that you need to do, where you need to go, how you need to do it. And so you need to fill up that deep inner battery to then be able to start coming back to where you were, to be able to say, yes, my headspace is working where I need it to be. Yes, my heart space is working where it needs to be. Yes, physically I can do this. And that's the one that we really need to recharge, because we can all be busy, we can all do, and we can all think that we can get over all of that stuff. But when that inner deep battery is low, that's when you really need to stop and think about how you are going to recharge your own inner deep battery. Okay?
So that's the first two, and there's two more coming. Okay, so the first one is to stop, and those little fleeting moments can help, but we're talking about something longer than that, to reset. The second one is identify where you're at, recognize where you're at. And then the third one, we need to do something about it. So it's all very good to go, I'm really busy, I'm really pressured. We bandy that word around of stress, I'm really stressed out. We need to do something about that. Once you've hooked into that being space and know what you need to do, then you just need to do it. So this means prioritize yourself and your own health, your own mental health, your own physical health, and do it differently. Now for me, that meant that I took myself away into the bush and went bushwalking, went up the mountain and threw snow around and was in the elements, away from my computer, laptop, whatever. And so for me, I needed to be near nature, and that is where I renew and recover my inner space and my inner energy and inner time, so that I can fill up my tank and then I can keep going. I had let things slide. I had let my daily meditation slide. I had started making a little bit unhealthy food choices. I had let my exercise slide. And I know that for me to be the best, I need to do those things every single day. And I can do them every single day. I've done it for years. And I know that I can do them. But I've began letting them slide just a little bit here and there. So my do is to make sure I put those things back in place, but also to be at least 24 hours in that place that revitalizes me. So for you, it might be on your own somewhere. Go and find that own space. Go and rent a place. Go and rent a cabin. Go walking on the beach. Go sitting in the bush. Go on a retreat. Go somewhere. Do something for at least 24 hours that helps you to reset. Because then you will find you will begin to reset your mindset as well. And those things that you tell yourself, those doubts that have crept in, those words that have become a little bit negative, you can then reset those, turn them around, and get back on track. And the fourth thing, following on from that, is reinstall your habits and routines that support you. Whether that's having coffee with friends, whether that's meeting up with your mentors, whether that's engaging with other people online on a specific way, whether that's sitting down with your family and having an unplugged meal. No phones, no nothing. Unplugged, talking, communicating, being with people, whether that's walking on the beach, whatever it is for you. Reinstall those habits and routines on a daily, consistent basis so that you can reset your mindset.
4 hugely key points here is to stop. just stop. Then identify what's happening in this space, identify what's going on, and give yourself that permission. Identify you, and that's what you're doing at that point. What do I need to do to refill my inner space, my inner battery? Then you need to make sure that you put it into action. So less of the chit-chat, more of the do. Put it into action and go and make it happen. Go and do something about it. And then your fourth key point is to reinstall all those habits that keep you at your awesome self, the awesome things that you do that keep you at the best version of yourself. That's when you reinstall them. So you stop it, you identify what's going on, you put your plan of action into whatever it is that you need to do, you go and do it, and then you reinstall your daily habits that will keep you and your now fueled tank at a better level and at the best version of yourself.
Yes.
So if this is something that you know that you need to do right here, right now, or if you know it's something that you struggle with, comment below, get in touch with us, jump online, and let us know where you're at. Let us know if this is something that you need assistance with, because we can help you out. We can give you all the details around it. We can get you back on track with what's going on. So you want to stop it, you want to identify it, put it into action, and then you need to reinstall. Yes. So you want a hand with that, comment below, check in, and catch up with us at authenticleadershiptraininginstitute.com, and we will happily bring you some more of this awesome information again later. Cheers.
See you later. Have a fantastic week. Bye.